Hi, it's Jess from Nigezza Creates. Thank you for joining me today. So anybody who watches me regularly will know that I buy a lot of books, and so I just thought I'd chat about and show you what I look for when I buy a book. Now, this is a lovely book. This is an okay book. Now, I would have bought this early on in my junk journal journey, and I mean there is these like columns on the front of the book, so I actually do think that it would make a nice cover for a journal. I paid £1 for it. It had previously sold for £5.99. It's 1920, so it is an antique book, but it's a bit boring. The pages aren't, are quite thin. There's no illustrations or anything in it, so I think if I was shopping now, I would pass this book over and wouldn't actually buy it. There's not enough to tempt me anymore with this book. So yeah, this would not be bought. I have so many books now, and I'm going to root out the ones that are like this that I might not use, other than maybe just gut it and use the cover, in which case I would use this as a glue book. But I say I wouldn't buy it again if I saw it. So this one, I love these books with these illustrations on the front. The spine is gorgeous. The size of it would make a lovely journal cover. So let me tell you, it is 7.5 inches tall, and if we go from the edge of the spine there, so we've got the cover bit, we're just shy of 5 inches wide. So that'd be a nice one for, taking a standard sheet of paper and folding in half. You'd have to cut it down a bit, but that's very cool. And it is there, a 2-inch wide spine, which I like using, and that's good for a 3 signature journal. So I would definitely use this one. I did look it up, and I found that the author died in 1945 and the illustrator died in 1950. This book plate shows that this was a prize in 1924, 1925. I'm not sure there was a publication date written in here, but oh look, 1923. So it is an antique, so it's probably out of copyright, but it might not be. Now, loved the book plate, so that is going to be a lovely feature in a journal. And it's got these illustrations, and there's a few of these I think throughout the book. So I have started harvesting these images to use in my journals. And the other thing I liked about this particular book is the pages are really thick, so they would be nice bases for tags. A quite thick page for being a journal page, but that's quite good in the sense that you could add things to it. So that is what I would want. I check the spine. Could it be an altered book? No, it's falling apart there. So the fact that it's falling apart, I am happy to go ahead and rip it apart. It's always I always like it when it's like that, because then I don't sort of worry too much. It's like, well, it's Brock anyway, so let's go ahead. See, that came out no problem whatsoever. So what I have started doing now to save space is that now this can get stored where I've got covers waiting to be a journal. So that is going to be a lovely journal cover. So then we've got these plain pages, which I really like, and I do have a place in my craft room where I put plain pages. So that's the ones from the back. That is going to be a piece of ephemera, and I've got a place now in my craft room where I put ephemera from original, using original ephemera. And then we've got this lovely picture, so that is going to be carefully ripped off. That's got a place to go to. There's enough plain stuff on there to warrant that those go in that bit. And then we're left with these really thick pages. So I'm going to create somewhere where I store really thick book pages ready, to make tags and ephemera. So I'm going to remove all of these illustrations ready to be used, and then this book, as I say, is going to where I can remember when I want a nice good tag or journaling card base. I can grab one of these and I'm all set. Saves on getting card, so where you might use a piece of card, that's really thick. That's probably 200 GSM, and then there's these lovely bits there which are nice for the back of the card, so tag even. So I'm just checking where illustrations might be. There we go. And then the illustrations can either be hinged to be a journal page, or used just in a pocket. They're quite large, so they would actually make a nice page if you hinged it. And there might be some of you going, oh, how could you cut that book up? Well, I can, because that's what I bought it for. I'm not precious in that way about it. So these bits are going to go. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 images to go somewhere. These are to go where I've got plain pages. This can go where I've got sort of ephemera from original ephemera. This is going where I store my covers, and then this is to be used to make tags with. I might pull a bit more of this gubbins off to make it a bit more easier to use. And then I usually store this with my book page as well, because they just make nice little bits, I think, when you're making clusters, with all the glue and stuff on it. I just like it. So I just pull as much as I can off, and yeah, and then even your clusters I've got. That's antique glue. That's over 100 years old. And then what you've got then is I can access there. Where the threads are. makes it a little bit easier to store when we've done that. And then some of these pages might, so we've then got, and what I like to do is keep a bit from the original book. So if I'm turning this into a journal, I like to keep a couple of pages to go in the journal, plus that's my template for how big the pages need to be in this journal. So that is what I'll be doing there, is just adding a couple of these to go in with the book. Don't know how many I'm going to want, so this would probably be enough. So then I'm going to, you know, store that, and then I've got these ready to turn into ephemera. So we've got there's a single piece. It is really thick, and that would probably be 3 nice short tags. What did I say they were? So it's 7 1/4. So we could get, yeah, we could do 2.5 inches wide, and then we'll get 3 tags out of here. If we go 2.5 inches, another 2.5, and then that bit at the end is a bit shorter. It's 2 1/4, and that they're all ready to turn into a tag. Obviously it needs backing on the back and decorating, and this tag topper does 2.5 inches. There we are. So that's ready. Obviously the bottom needs cutting off a bit, and that's that. This one can just be notched like this. And maybe just take a bit off the bottom there where it's all bunched up. Although I quite like it. I think what I might do is, when I back it, is just leave that as it is, because it's quite nice. So there we go. That is just a really quick video there of showing what I look out for. One of the things I look out for when I'm buying books, and what I don't look for anymore. Okay, hope that was useful, and I'll be back with some more using original ephemera very, very soon. Bye for now.